Yo, this is Steve Bloom, and you're watching Moana Nui Podcast. We'll be starting soon. Don't go anywhere.
I'm Veronica Taylor, and from myself and Ash Ketchum, I just want to say, Moana Nui, I choose you!
Aloha, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to the Moana Nui Podcast. As you see, we have our Disney panel with us tonight. We're so very excited to talk about tonight's topic. But of course, for those that are new tuning in, I am the other half of the Moana Nui Podcast. I'm Dana. I am also a event planner, a cosplay con staff, and cosplay photographer. You see my photographs for Dragon Con, MomoCon, and even DC Comics, and also I do a little voice acting also, along with my full-time job. But of course, as our reminders of supporting BIPOC projects that are out there, coming up soon will be that will be ending in a couple weeks. We have my other half of the Moana Nui Podcast, Moana, the real life Moana. Her next book in the series of Nakoa Nohea. If you tuned in a few weeks ago, we had the real life Nakoa Nohea on the show, talking about the children's book series. And the third book is getting ready to come out. She has her Kickstarter out right now. It's going to be ending in a couple weeks. So definitely make sure you put your pledge in so we can continue seeing that melanated main characters in children's books. And also this book will also teach you both the along the way the Hawaiian language. So definitely support that. And of course, as we get ready to kick off, of course, we're talking about the new Disney movie Hocus Pocus 2. Of course, there's been some controversy out there. Also, because there's always somebody that has to complain. But we are here to talk about the gloriousness of not only Hocus Pocus 1, but Hocus Pocus 2. So, of course, we have to introduce our panel that is with us tonight. So first, I'm going to start with our panelist right below me, Mr. Demarius.
What's up, everyone? My name is Demarius Newsom. I'm an attorney based out of Metro Atlanta. I love all things Disney, all things Avatar. I love spooky season. I'm really excited about tonight's episode. So let's go ahead and let's talk about it. My Swiffer's in there charging.
And of course, I am going to go ahead and hand it over to my left, on your screen, my right. We have two of our panelists in the same square. So we're going to start off with our newest addition to the show, Mr. Otay.
Good afternoon, good evening, good night. My name is Otay, based out of Long Beach, California. Girl dad, 24/7, accountant 8 hours of the day. Disney lover, old school, a Disney originalist. Love some of the new stuff, but I like the foundation. That's where I was, my bread and butter. Let's have a good conversation tonight.
All right. And right next to him is Ashton. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey, I'm Ashton. I am a coach, a wife, and a mom. I am a Lord of the Rings enthusiast and a Halloween enthusiast, and I love Disney Bounding.
Awesome.
Can't wait to talk about the movie.
Yes. All right. And certainly not least, our royalty that is upon the panel, the Prince John.
I'm weak. Hi, everyone. My name is Prince John, otherwise known as Johnny Boy. I am a makeup enthusiast, social media obsessed, and freelance social media marketing consultant, depending on the day. I love all things magical, and Halloween is 110% my most favorite and treasured holidays. And I can't wait to talk about this movie. The vibes, the childhood, the everything. I'm ready.
Awesome. Well, of course, with this panel, I'm going to go hand it over to our panelists to start the discussion. So I'm going to hand it over to you.
So who wants to go first? Better yet, I'm going to let D-Mar go first.
Right.
Yeah, let's let D-Mar go first. What you got? Thoughts?
Your first impressions. Go ahead.
Okay, first impressions of the new movie. First impressions. Number one, I appreciate the fan service in the sense that this is one of those sequels where like literally your knowledge of the first movie really helps inform how much you're gonna be able to better understand what's going on in the second movie. I like a lot of those different callbacks. And I like how we did that, also then keeping up with the continuity, because I was about to be like, so how exactly have the same witches but different sets of people, but they're not related to Max, Danny, or Allison? What sense does that make it over here? But then linking it back through Gilbert, which just disappointed me as a Black person in a quote-unquote horror movie. Just disappointed me.
Now listen, I have so many Gilbert observations.
Yes,
so
we'll have a whole segment on Gilbert. We'll have a whole segment on Gilbert, because I have feels about. But go ahead, Twin. Well, first impression, we'll talk about Gilbert. Gilbert's on the list.
Yes. And then, but the last first impression was I liked how it still managed to find a way to find its heart in the movie, like in the story, but beyond just the friendship angle, but like the random heart that then showed up between the Sanderson sisters was something I was not expecting to find. So I definitely appreciated that angle that came out that really characterized the whole movie, even in just that last 5 minutes.
Fair. Do you want to go? I'm gonna go. My first, considering that I literally finished it right before we started. Sorry guys, my life's kind of crazy, as evidenced in my intro. I think that this was a fan service movie, one that we have been begging for literally forever, in my opinion. I still think it was an amazing movie. I loved the Easter eggs, like the clip from the first one, where they're popping in to find the mayor and they see Satan and his wife screaming at each other. That was super dope. I have opinions about Gilbert. I love that they thought that the little black cat was Zachary. We all know that Zachary wanted to go with his daughter. Yeah,
random black cat.
Like, right. I think this was a lot of things mashed up into one. So it's like a coming of age story. It is a childhood friend story. It's a 30-second prequel that literally set the foundation for both the first and the second movie. So I'm in love with this. I think it accomplishes a lot of things, and they need to end it here. Do not try to do nothing else. Let it be done. No Disney Plus series discovering Becca and her friends, discovering Matt. Let it die. This is it. Disney, I'm talking to you. No Hocus Pocus series with Becca and her friends. It's it. It's done. Let it be done. This is perfect ending. Perfect ending.
Okay. So for me, I wasn't necessarily like I love most of Disney original stuff. I'm not a Halloween fan. So I wasn't necessarily like a big Hocus Pocus 1 found date, like it needed to be close tied to Hocus Pocus 1. So for me, I liked Hocus Pocus 2. The songs could have given me a little better, a little something more. Like the songs weren't bad, but it could have given me a little more. I like the subtle updates. Like for me, all three of them being on a different broom. Like, I like that. And then the fact that one broom like actually had to do some work and it played a part in the movie. And it was the non-traditional 2022 broom that did the work. Like, for me, I like seeing that, just like as somebody that's super silly. The bloodline thing, like, that was good, I guess. But I feel like they could have tied some more things in a little bit more, like why they weren't, like why the friendship, like the three of them weren't really together, like to do the birthday ritual. Like, outside of her, she just became the popular girl, and so we just stopped talking to each other.
Yeah.
Like that was it. Like, there was no episode like they didn't try to embarrass you nowhere. Just, hey, it's my homie's birthday, and we've been kicking it every year for my homie birthday, but all of a sudden we're not gonna kick it no more. Like, I don't know. But other than that, I'm glad they got their friendship back though. So I mean, that was good at the end of it. So I'll take that. Anything? Go ahead.
It was very fan servicey, and like it could have easily been clips or like commercials, like Super Bowl commercials for me, rather than a film, because I didn't care for the story that they told us. But it was fine as a kid movie. I've seen it 3 times now. My girls enjoyed it. They definitely want to see the first one again now so they can kind of compare. But they really liked it, and they only picked up on so many things. So it was fun for certain things. Some things were very, very fan servicey, and like I said, I just didn't care for the story that they told. I thought they were kind of lost in their own film at times. Sometimes they seemed to remember that that they were here before, and then sometimes they kind of forgot that they were here before. And then I thought the revenge thing was kind of odd because they kind of got revenge. They set his house on fire. So that wasn't enough. We could have just set his house on fire a lot. Like, I didn't really understand why that wasn't enough revenge. And were they going to take over Salem? Because that would have been cool, but we never really got to that. So I just didn't really like the story that they told us. But I thought there were definitely points throughout the whole film that I was like, oh, this is cute. And I could look at my phone again for another like 10 minutes. Okay.
I think I definitely think it's gonna like segue into my next question, but then also like my last thing on that is it was fan servicey to enjoy, but this would never have been a feature length film like how the first Hocus Pocus one, where it was like a whole movement, because they literally leaned on all the things that we all quote unquote love from the first one, almost to the point of a beaten dead horse. So I can enjoy it, but I probably will never watch this movie ever again a second time. Again, I loved it. I loved it for what it was. It gave me everything I needed for a sequel, but never once did I feel like this was a second movie. This is almost kind of like a
tribute.
How do you put this? Since we all just had Homecoming in some capacity, in some way, it's Homecoming. It will never feel the same way that the 4 years of college were, but it's still Homecoming. I still love coming back. I still love enjoying it, but it's remnants of a thing that I can never re-experience, if that makes sense. Like, I hated the songs, just being transparent. Everything was overdone. No shade to Bette Midler. Her voice is immaculate, and everything is perfect. But I Put a Spell on You was a moment.
Yes.
And like, it gave everything it had to give. And the fact that they had not just one, but 2 songs, and like, for what? For like, I Put a Spell on You, the way that came in the original was very much like, I did not intend to do this, but I'm such an immaculate, amazing, evil, dark witch that, you know what? I don't even want you bother with me. Have a great night. Have a great night. Dance till you die, because I'm immaculate.
But we knew going in that there was no way they were going to top in Hocus Pocus 2 what they did in the one song wise.
I didn't
Like
need
it
to
was
pop
good
it.
for so again, it was
I
good.
I really went in with like low expectations. I'm just
They
like,
just had to give. These songs didn't even give.
But I
They were
liked
there.
back. I thought that was cute, and I thought that it was great that they were aware they were being watched and they jumped in and scared them. I thought that was a really good